created a little world inside today's card where soft layers, tiny details, and delicate elements come together to tell a big story in a small space. This design feels like a moment captured in time, so I've named this card Whispers of a Tiny World. And this one is a special surprise connected to the Altenew Fan Group Takeover voting, where Tiny World Big Story was one of the themes up for selection. The winning theme turned out to be The Door to Another Season, which actually went live yesterday. So, I thought it would be fun to still bring this idea to life and pop it into today's card as a little creative surprise for everyone who voted for Tiny World Big Story. Hey friends, Mehnaz here. Welcome back to my channel. I've got a tiny world waiting inside today's card, so I can't wait to show you the story it tells. I have already die cut all my pieces of screen from white cardstock. I'm using the gorgeous feathered beauty die set from Altenew. It has this amazing keyhole layering system which makes layering so easy and precise. For the bird's beak and eye detail, I used the black cardstock to add a little nice contrast to bring the bird to life. Next up, I'm using the die set from the Whispers in the Canopy Crafty Life project kit. I die cut the bird house A, bird D, bird C, and the branch and leaves from white cardstock. Again, for the tiny eye details, I used black cardstock. And here is a quick look at the complete kit. It includes a gorgeous stamp set, embossing folder, and coordinating layering stencil set too. To represent my tiny world, I'm using the butterfly card creator die set from Spellbinders, as I don't have a similar die from Altenew. I die cut the large butterfly from brushed gold cardstock and the inner butterfly 3 times from white cardstock. To save my gold cardstock, I used the largest die from so many butterflies to cut inside the gold butterfly. This part will be hidden later under white butterfly, so nothing goes to waste. Now on to the coloring. I'm coloring all my white die cuts with fresh dye inks and small and mini ink blending tools from Altenew. The ink bundles will be listed on the screen as we go, so I'll let you enjoy the coloring process with some music. And here we go. All our die cuts are now colored. Next, we move on to the assembly. I followed the layering guide for each element to build all the pieces correctly and bring everything together. Now let's see how the keyhole system is just amazing and how it helps line up effortlessly. For bird C, we have the T keyhole shape as you can see here. Each layer is also numbered, so we simply follow the order of the die cuts and align the T keyhole each time. This makes layering so smooth and seamless, and just like that, this little bird comes to life. Easy, right? For the feathered beauty bird, we have 3 different keyhole shapes on the body, and this makes the assembly so much easier. The keyhole shape is used for the tail of the bird, while the snowman and the T shape are used for the right and left wings. This helps us to know exactly where each piece belongs and keep the layering process nice and clean. We simply follow the numbered order for each shape, align the pieces carefully, and build the bird step by step. It is such a clever system, and it really helps this gorgeous bird come together beautifully and effortlessly. And yes, I forgot to mention that the keyhole names are also mentioned in the packaging. Altenew really works hard to make our creative process easy, right? Here is our final look of our feathered beauty. So pretty. On to our last assembly step. After gluing the flowers, I added some pearl dot from my own stash to the centers of the flowers. This gives them a lovely little finished touch. And here we go, all our die cut elements are now ready to be used. Now I'm coloring one of the inner butterflies using the shade of purple fresh dyeing bundle. I'm starting from the edges of the butterfly and softly fading the color toward the center. This creates a beautiful highlight in the middle while keeping the edges nice and dark for extra depth. After coloring the inner butterfly, the big story really started to build inside this tiny world. I took all the different elements, die cut, and played around with the placement until I found an arrangement that felt balanced and magical. Once I was happy with the scene, I glued everything onto the ink-blended butterfly. For the feathered beauty bird, I used foam tape to add more depth and dimension so it stands out beautifully from the background. Then I adhered the brushed gold butterfly onto another outer white butterfly at the back. This helps hide the cut out area and gives the piece a clean, finished look. Finally, I adhered my completed tiny world scene onto the brushed gold butterfly, bringing the whole design together. To decorate the inside of the card, I ink blended another inner butterfly using the frosted foliage fresh dyeing bundle. I used the same technique as the purple butterfly, starting from the edges and feeding softly towards the center to create a gentle highlight. For the shaped card base, I'm starting with an A7 card base. I placed the outer butterfly die on top while the card base was still closed. The important part here is to let the butterfly die hang slightly over the folded edge of the card base. This way, the die does not cut through the entire fold. It keeps a small connected area which allows the card to stay as one piece. After die cutting, we get a beautiful butterfly-shaped card base that can still open and close perfectly. Now comes the fun part, creating the easel card. On the front of the butterfly card base, I scored and creased where the 2 wings meet to create the easel fold. Then I added glue only to the bottom part of the wing, below the score line, and adhere the decorated butterfly on top. For our big story, I stamped and cut a sentiment strip from the Craft Your Life Project Kit stamp set. I used obsidian black ink for a nice, crisp impression, and the sentiment says, I cherish our friendship. Then I foam mounted the sentiment on the front of the card to add a little extra dimension. For the final step of our easel card, I adhered the green butterfly on the inside of the card. Then I stamped and die cut a sentiment from the gorgeous billowing peonies stamp set, again using the obsidian black ink. I adhered the sentiment along with a small butterfly, and these pieces will act as the support when the card is standing on display. And voila! Our card is completed. The sentiment I cherished our friendship ties everything together so beautifully. It adds a heartfelt meaning to this little scene, almost like this tiny world is holding a special memory. The soft butterflies, gentle birds, and layered details all feel like they are surrounding that message, making it true to the focal point of the card. It's a simple sentiment, but perfectly matches the warmth and the story behind this design. I hope you enjoyed my Altenew Fan Group Takeover. Let me know in the comments which card you loved most. And don't forget to create your own using the winning theme, the door to another season, and tag me in the Altenew Fan Group for a chance to win a $15 gift certificate. And of course, don't forget to name your card. I'd love to see your stories. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to my channel for more card inspiration. Until next time, from my desk to yours, happy crafting!